Howdy doody, folks. I hope you're excited. You know I am. Great week in earnings coming up. I hope you're super excited. I can't wait to talk about these. We have a lot of great companies reporting earnings. Going to give you some insight on some of these things. Let me know in the comments what ones you're interested in. What stocks are you looking forward to earnings this week? Definitely, I have a couple. I've got 3 focus stocks. I bet you can tell what they are. Definitely a lot of other interesting ones coming up, and next week even more, frankly, let's be honest. So let's get right on into it and go ahead and talk about some of these things. We're starting off Monday here, prior to open, with Phillips. Not a lot of insight into Phillips, let's be clear. Company's very basic, very general, making appliances, small appliances, all kind of appliances, okay? They do it all. So nothing crazy as far as their business that's been interrupted. Again, the main concern here is going to be in terms of supply chain. We'd like to see what that looks like for them. If that's having a big impact on them, it probably is, let's be clear. So let's take that into consideration. We have State Street, Albertsons, and Guarantee Banchajares Incorporated, baby. That's right. You know that one. After close, one that I know some people might be interested in, Steel Dynamics. Definitely one that gets quite a lot of chatter. Nothing crazy about it, but there you go. Hexcel, Zions Bancorp. We do have more financials reporting after last week. Most of them posted great numbers. So we'll see if some of the smaller banks like Zions might be able to do it. First Bank, First National Bank, First Bank. How many First Banks are there? I don't know. There can only be one First, but apparently there's 5 million First Banks. It's the most. Science can't solve this. It's quite the anomaly. Equity Lifestyle Properties, Pacific Western Bank, and Cross First Bank. Big financial day Monday after close. A lot of these smaller local banks, so keep that in consideration. Tuesday, prior to open, we've got Johnson & Johnson. Basic company. Typically, the stock doesn't move all that much. Again, I think the story with this one still is going to be now. Honestly, it's going to be in terms of booster shots. They're going to be talking about COVID vaccine booster shots. It's a lot of money that can be had for Johnson & Johnson in that aspect. These companies are making a fortune off of these vaccines that are the only approved treatment. Nothing else is allowed. You can't do anything else to treat COVID, okay? Just the vaccines. Don't let them fool you. Only the vaccines. Ericsson, Halliburton, Procter & Gamble, basic consumer staple. These are the ones that are interesting to me. The stock's not going to move regardless, okay? Earnings doesn't affect Procter & Gamble stock. It doesn't. But they are facing tough comparables due to last year. We saw a lot more in terms of buying power on a lot of these products for consumers. They were buying the heck out of these products. So we'll see if that's able to continue into this year. Philip Morris International. Not huge in the tobacco companies, okay? Don't like them. Just not a great long-term business model. It really isn't. Smoking's falling significantly. I don't think the e-cigarettes are necessarily going to stick around. People always find something to smoke. It's just nature, unfortunately. They love smoking stuff, but, BNY Mellon. More banks, baby. Kansas City, Southern Liner. Okay, fun stuff. Travelers, insurance companies shouldn't be doing anything crazy, all things considered. Manpower and Iridium. Now, frankly, that's an interesting element. I don't know why the Little Dipper is their logo. It's quite an interesting question there. Who knows? Look, we know we've all been waiting for this one after close Wednesday. Netflix. Now, let's take a look at what they're expected. But again, this isn't necessarily what's going to be driving the earnings, the stock result after earnings. Estimate for EPS of $2.56 and $1.74 expected or $1.74 of a year ago. So quite an improvement in terms of an EPS line expected this year. Curious to see what that looks like. Again, they've had a lot of delays in terms of production, so maybe that's contributing to part of that beneficial boost in EPS, but we'll see. Revenue line expected to be $7.48 billion, which is a growth of 17.3% year over year. You must consider that the main thing that people are talking about with Netflix stock is frankly going to be subscriber growth. They had an incredible year last year, understandably, and since then this has been the slowest year of subscriber growth that they've been able to do. If they're able to beat expectations, that is what drives the stock. If they don't hit expectations for subscriber growth, which is it's a softball estimate of 4 million subscribers. If they don't hit that estimate, this stock sees a bad day. I'll just tell you that right now. So keep that into consideration. Yeah, that's what I got for you. United, we have Intuitive Surgical, great company. One that I think should be doing a little bit better this following year as we finally open up hospitals to let people do anything else that isn't COVID related. We're not shutting down half the hospital for 3 patients. It's looking good. Elective surgeries can continue, baby. So we'll see what that looks like for them. Great for the business model. WD-40, weird that that's a whole company all to itself. Consumer staple. They sell multiple products actually, but you know what? You think of them just as WD-40, but good consumer staple company. CN. Interactive Brokers, not the first of the brokerages to report. Charles Schwab reported last week to good numbers. Interactive Brokers, will see if they can really meet those standards. K12, Omnicom, Metagroup, otherwise known as OMG. Who knew it? United Community Bank, more bank. Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Smart Financial Incorporated. And Hancock Whitney. More financials. That's what I'm talking about. Wednesday before open, we have Verizon, which is relevant because telecom's reporting later in the week as well. I'd like to see that they'll typically report similar numbers. Let's be clear with each other. The business stays pretty similar. Winnebago after them is always an interesting one due to the fact that last year was an incredible year for them. Tough comparables, and they're still finding backlog in orders. So the question becomes, what does that business look like right now? Are they even able to deliver right now? What do the delivery numbers look like for Winnebago? That's what we want to see, okay? ASML, that's the thing where you talk into the mic real sensual. Is that one? I don't know. People are eating squid into the mic or something. It doesn't make sense to me. People are, doing dirty things to it. That's all I can tell you. Not good stuff. Whew, it's gross. Next, Era Energy, Abbott. Love Abbott. Great company here. Great pharmaceutical company. I mean, they're great. They own a bunch of stuff. They even own protein shakes. They got it all. Okay, Abbott's great. Anthem, NASDAQ. Oh, yeah. NASDAQ. That's right. MSC, UniFirst, Biogen, First Horizon, National Corporation, and NextEra Energy Partners. Don't forget the partners. After close, though, Wednesday, big stuff here in Tesla. Now, Tesla, what are we expecting here? Expected $1.50 in EPS compared to 76 cents of a year prior. Great growth expected in the EPS line. We'd like to see what that looks like. And a revenue estimate here to grow 53% in sales. I don't think that's quite fair. The reason why I say that is, look at what they've already announced the deliveries. They do it obviously at the start of the month. So this is the quarter here. Quarter 3 deliveries came in at 241,000 deliveries. That compares to a year ago of 139,000 deliveries. So we're talking about a pretty big increase of around 70 to 80% in deliveries. I mean, you're growing 100,000 deliveries at 50,000 plus a car. I mean that's a lot of money to be had here, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I feel like they should be beating this number. I feel pretty confident they'll beat the 13.5 billion. I'll just tell you that just off of what I've calculated, unless somehow this delivery number is all wonky. That's a weird word, wonky. I guess I could say wonky. That's a fair word. But unless it's all janky, is what I meant to say. I just don't see it. I don't see them not beating that. They have to beat that. Lamb Research, Las Vegas Sands, gotta love them. We've seen a lot of people going back to Vegas. Like to see what they're able to do. HPQ, love the stock. It's been great to me. It's been really great to me. I told you to buy it a long time ago when it was at $15 a share, and you missed a great run-up. You missed a great run-up and a great dividend in the meantime, but that's okay. You can still buy in. Kinder Morgan, CSX, Crown Castle, PPG, great companies here. Tenet Health, Discover, more financials on the credit side of it. Like to look what that looks like. Obviously, we saw some of it last week, so good to see if they're able to compete with that. Qualtrics, OneMain Financial, great stuff Wednesday. I hope you're super excited. Thursday, before open, we have AT&T. Now, this is obviously reduction of HBO Max, and we're talking about eventually a reduction of the dividend. It hasn't happened yet. They extended it one more quarter. We'd like to see what it looks like for them in the future, but great stuff for AT&T here. Curious what the telecom business looks like. We've seen a lot of great partnerships as of late if you've been following the stock, so hopefully good things come out of them. American Airlines, I'll lump it in with Southwest here because there's a lot of curiosity in the industry, mostly out of Southwest. Southwest, vaccine mandate, and a lot of workers not only fired, but some on strike as well. There's a big issue and a big shortage. They're saying that extreme weather's causing flight delays and cancellations. It's not. It's people not showing up to work because of the mandates. So that is overwhelming other airlines. It's crazy stuff right now. Crazy stuff. Ally, love the financials. They're all over the place. Nucor, Crocs. Folks, you wouldn't imagine what I've got right here. It's a pair of Crocs, baby. I'm in the Croc gang. I'm in the Croc gang. It's not just for old people. Old people just wear the socks with them. And I kind of do too sometimes. Look, they're pretty comfy to walk around the house in, okay? If you got pets, you got to wear Crocs around the house. It's just how it is. Otherwise, you get your feet all dirty, okay? And you don't want dirty feet or socks. You don't want it. Come on! Schnitzer. I like saying that. Schnitzer. Am I allowed to say that? Might be a bannable word. Tractor Supply Company. Also, busy business there. AutoNation, Valero. Great stuff. Dow. Blackstone. Love this investment stuff. Alaska Air. And Union Pacific. Love the railroads, I do. After close Thursday, another great one in terms of just greatness. Snapchat, it's always one we gotta follow. Expected 8 cents in EPS line, which would be fantastic. They only put up a cent a year ago. Like to see them grow the profitability. It's an incredibly profitable business. It should be, at least, and they haven't quite made it there yet. And I don't know how, because this is really just an infinite profit business. If you look at a company like Facebook that prints money, Snapchat should be able to do the exact same. Expected $1.1 billion in revenue, 99% increase year over year. I could see them absolutely hitting that mark, and I think they should hit that mark. And if they don't, I'd be pretty shocked. We've seen some great catalysts for them. People are still on social media all over the place. I think it's somewhat cancerous to the psyche, but that's okay. You got to use it sometimes. I get it. It's part of life. Intel after them. Love Intel. Stock's been sucky lately, though. Sucky. Chipotle. Let's get the fast food chains reporting some earnings now that they've opened the indoors on a lot of these places. See if they're able to beat some of the stuff they've been doing last year when they were solely on the drive-thru. Boston Beer Company, don't drink it, so I wouldn't know. Whirlpool, more appliances. Phillips, could be a similar story here. Mattel, Olin, SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, more banks, baby. Celanese, People's United. What are you? Restaurant, Brew House. Oh, it's BJ's. Love BJ's. Don't know if I like. Well, I do. I really do. I don't know if I like the restaurant, but I do like BJ's. Receiving. Leaving it there. U.S. Express. And Friday before open, we've got Cliffs. American Express, classic stuff. Talk about the credit industry. Let's see what it looks like. Honeywell, they've been doing great stuff all year. Good grief. Schlumberger, they report earnings every single week. I'm telling you, I see Schlumberger on here every week. Autoliv, Simply Good Foods. Are they good? Seagate, I love a nice Seagate hard drive. I really do. Got a 2 terabyte one hooked up to the PS4, because if you don't have one hooked up to the PS4, you can only fit one whole game on the freaking console, and you can only play one game. So you got to buy the hard drive, okay? Gentex Corporation, HCA Healthcare, Regions Bank, VF, and Roper Technologies. Hope you're excited. It's a great week in earnings. You better love it.